And when Angel Reese comes out and says she ain't the only one everybody's watching.
Sky rookie Angel Reese is out for the remainder of the season with a wrist injury.
She was breaking records left and right and truly was a competitor.
Reese made the announcement on social media. She did play in the Sky's last game on Friday, finishing with 24 points and 12 boards in a win over the Sparks.
Imagine this. You're a rookie in the WNBA, fighting for the top spot. Then your rival starts breaking records left and right. What do? Well, Angel Reese faced this exact situation with Caitlin-Clark, and now she's out for the season. Coincidence? Let's find out. Let's talk about Caitlin-Clark and Angel Reese. These two are like fire and ice on the court. They've been going at it since college, and man, it's been intense. Remember that NCAA championship game? Reese's LSU team took down Clark's Iowa squad, and things got heated. But here's where it gets crazy. Their rivalry just leveled up in the WNBA. You won't believe what happened next. It's like their college battles were just a warm-up for the real show. Now we're seeing a whole new side to this clash of titans. Are you ready to see how their rivalry took an unexpected turn? Trust me, you're gonna want to stick around for this. Remember when everyone thought Reese had the edge? Well, Clark flipped the script. Her rookie season stats are so insane, they're making people question everything they thought they knew about first-year players. But here's the real kicker. How did this affect Reese? Let's talk about Caitlin-Clark's WNBA debut. This girl didn't just show up, she exploded onto the scene like a basketball supernova. We're talking about a rookie who's putting up numbers that make seasoned veterans look like they're still in high school. Clark averaged 23.5 points, 6.5 assists, and 4.5 rebounds per game. That's not just good, that's rewrite the record books good. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but how does that stack up against other rookies? Well, let me tell you, it's not even close. Clark's performance is so far ahead of the pack, it's like she's playing a different game. She's not just outshining her peers, she's outshining entire teams. And Angel Reese? She's no slouch either. Averaging 13.6 points and a league-leading 13.1 rebounds per game, Reese is making her own waves. But here's the thing, in any other year, those numbers would be the talk of the town. But with Clark's supernova season, Reese's impressive stats are getting lost in the Clark-shaped shadow. You know what's even crazier? The media can't get enough of Clark. Every game, every shot, every assist, it's all over social media, sports news, you name it. People are going wild for Caitlin-Clark. And while that's great for the WNBA, you've got to wonder, how's Reese feeling about all this? Imagine you're Reese. You're having a stellar rookie season, breaking records left and right. But every time you turn on the TV or open Twitter, it's all Caitlin-Clark all the time. That's gotta mess with your head, right? And it's not just about the media attention. The Rookie of the Year race? It went from a friendly competition to a pressure cooker real quick. With Clark setting the bar sky high, Reese found herself in a constant game of catch-up. It's like running a marathon where your opponent keeps moving the finish line. But here's where it gets really interesting. Reese started noticing something on the court. She felt like Clark was getting special treatment from the refs. In her words, Clark gets a different whistle during games. Now, whether that's true or not, the fact that Reese said it out loud, that speaks volumes about the pressure she's feeling. All this attention, all this pressure, it's creating a perfect storm. Clark's success isn't just about Clark anymore. It's reshaping the entire rookie landscape, and Reese is feeling every bit of that shockwave. The pressure was mounting, and Reese's game was changing, but not in the way you'd expect. While Clark was breaking records, Reese was breaking something else. What happened next shocked even the most diehard fans. Let's talk about Angel Reese's season. At first, she was crushing it, right? But as Clark's star kept rising, things got weird. Reese's performance started to wobble. It's like she was trying to keep up with Clark, but it wasn't working out. You know what's crazy? Reese's stats started looking off. Her rebounds were through the roof, but people were asking questions. Was she really earning those numbers, or was something else going on? Here's where it gets wild. There were games where Reese stayed on the court way longer than she needed to. Like, way longer. People started whispering about stat padding. You know, when a player stays in the game just to boost their numbers. Yeah, that kind of thing. But wait, it gets even crazier. Remember that game where Clark dropped 31 points and dished out 12 assists? Reese was watching, and you could see the frustration on her face. It's like she was trying to keep up, but Clark was just on another level. And then Reese said something that got everyone talking. She claimed Clark was getting a different whistle from the refs. Can you believe it? It's like she was saying Clark was getting special treatment on the court. Now, whether that's true or not, it shows how much this rivalry was getting to her. Think about it. You're having a great rookie rookie season. But everywhere you look, it's all about your rival. That's gotta mess with your head, right? And it showed in Reese's game. She started making weird decisions on the court, like she was trying too hard to match Clark's crazy numbers. You want to know the wildest part? Even with all this drama, Clark still had nice things to say about Reese. She praised Reese's high motor and said she had a tremendous year. Talk about sportsmanship, right? But here's the thing. While Clark was handing out compliments, Reese was struggling. Her performance was all over the place. One game she'd be on fire, the next she'd be ice cold. It's like the pressure of competing with Clark was getting to her. And it wasn't just about the stats. Reese's whole game changed. She was taking risks she wouldn't normally take, pushing herself to the limit. Sometimes it paid off, but other times, not so much. You've got to wonder, was Reese so focused on beating Clark that she lost sight of her own game? It's like she was playing Clark's game instead of her own, and it wasn't working out. Then, out of nowhere, Reese hit the pause button on her season. A wrist injury, she said. But here's the thing, even after she supposedly got hurt, she was still scoring and rebounding like nothing happened. What's really going on here? Let's talk about Reese's big announcement. She's out for the rest of the season with a wrist injury. Sounds serious, right? Well, that's where things get weird. This injury happened during a game against the Sparks. Reese fell on her hand going for an and one. Ouch, right? But wait a second, after that fall, she kept playing. She even shot free throws. Now you might be thinking, maybe it wasn't that bad at first, but check this out. Reese scored 7 points and grabbed 4 rebounds in the fourth quarter. That's after she got injured.
Unfortunate announcement out of Chicago. Angel Reese's rookie season is over. She took to social media to announce that unfortunately she suffered a season-ending injury.
All this has happened since I won the national championship, and I said the other day I haven't had peace since then.
So Angel Reese is officially out for the year in what is one of the weirdest things I have seen.
But more importantly, we just wish Angel Reese well, hope that she recovers soon.
And it sucks, but I still wouldn't change. I wouldn't change anything.
This is shocking. She had an incredible performance. It is going to be hard for this Chicago team to try to replace an Angel Reese.
Does that sound like someone with a serious wrist problem to you? Fans started talking, and boy, did they have questions. Some were saying Reese was just looking for a way out, that the pressure of competing with Clark was too much. I mean, can you blame them? It does look a little fishy. But here's where it gets interesting. CaitlincLark, Reese's big rival, actually had some nice things to say. She talked about how sad it is to see anyone get injured, especially someone she came into the league with. Clark even praised Reese's talent, saying her motor is up there, if not the best in the league. Think about that for a second. Your biggest competitor is breaking records left and right, and then she says something nice about you. How would that make you feel? It's gotta be a weird mix of respect and frustration, right? Now, let's be real. Playing in the WNBA is no joke. The pressure is intense, especially when you're a rookie with high expectations. And when your rival is CaitlincLark, who's having a season for the ages, that pressure goes through the roof. So, was Reese really injured, or was this her way of taking a step back from the Clark-sized spotlight? We can't know for sure. But one thing's clear, this rivalry was taking its toll. You know what's crazy? Even if Reese is genuinely injured, the fact that people are questioning it says a lot. It shows how much this Clark-Reese rivalry has captured everyone's attention. It's not just about basketball anymore. It's become this whole drama that people can't stop talking about. And let's not forget, injuries in sports are no joke. If Reese is really hurt, sitting out is the smart move, but the timing and the circumstances, they've got everyone playing detective. Here's something to think about. What if the pressure of competing with Clark actually made Reese push herself too hard? Maybe she was so focused on keeping up that she ignored the warning signs of an injury. It happens, you know? Athletes can be their own worst enemies sometimes, especially when they're trying to prove themselves. At the end of the day, we've got two incredible talents in Clark and Reese. One's having a historic season, while the other's season has come to an unexpected end. But this isn't the end of their story, not by a long shot. Let's talk about this Clark-Reese rivalry. It's been wild, right? Clark's breaking records left and right while Reese is feeling the heat. It's like they're playing two different games, but on the same court. Here's the thing, this rivalry isn't just about them. It's shaping the whole WNBA. More eyes on the league, more fans getting hyped. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Reese is out for the season and people are asking questions. You know what's crazy? Even with all this drama, Clark still had nice things to say about Reese. She said Reese had a tremendous year and doesn't stop working. That's some real sportsmanship right there. But here's the big question. What happens when Reese comes back? Will she be gunning for Clark even harder? Or will this time off change things? Man, next season's gonna be intense.